Yo, finally.
Ooh, finally. What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
What it do? What it do? What it do?
All right, man. I'm just gonna get straight up into it. I gotta, what I'm saying, pay tribute to you because you are phenomenal. But I ain't even introduced you yet. So, what I'm saying? Welcome back to another Speak Your Mind radio podcast, where it's all about the artists and the talents around the way. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Hip Hop, aka Queen Star. And tonight, we got one of the illest rappers from Chicago, Illinois in the building. So without further ado, y'all, let me introduce you to Vic Spencer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. We just gonna do some fun questions with Vic tonight. You know what I'm saying? Things didn't go as planned earlier, but we still gonna do the damn thing. Ain't that right, Vic?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let's jump into some fun questions right now. Who are your top five MCs within the past 10 years?
Uh, Redman, Sean Price, Doom, Styles P, and Rock Marciano.
All right, you actually worked with Sean Price before he passed, right?
Yes, I did. Had a nice, good amount of time before he passed with him, man. Was able to meet up with him, record with him, talk shit with him. He was like a real life comedian. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real?
He wasn't even no rapper. He was in like he'll tell you a joke quick as hell. He'll tell you something that was funny on the regular. Like time I hung around him, like I spent the weekend with him one time, and man, like the whole time he used to just crack jokes and told stories that happened to be funny as hell.
Sound like my kind of people.
Yeah, yeah, you feel like you at home when you were around him, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, who's your fashion icon? Like, who's your go-to fashion icon, I should say?
Right now, I say Virgil and the luxury black brand, you know what I'm saying? Definitely been rocking with the off white wave, you know what I'm saying, since it came out. And, he from Rockford, Illinois, so home base black owned businesses, you know what I'm saying? And it's elegant and
Yeah,
luxurious, you know what I'm saying? So,
it sounds like they
that's
real elite.
yeah, should be selling out quick as hell. Mark had he had like some pieces in IKEA and people lined up for hours and the stuff sold out in hours. Like that was crazy. Like IKEA ain't witnessed no line at they store like that. Like people, of course, IKEA be crowded as hell every time, but like a line before it open.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
That's good
a
though.
black guy
That's
did
business.
that. A black guy from Rockford, Illinois did that. So, you know, gotta pay that homage, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Virgil for sure. Look, I gotta ask you a question. Like, this is just like some conversation right here. What you think
Uh,
about the Eminem and Nick Cannon beef? Please tell me so I can tell you what I thought.
man. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't heard none of that shit. But
Damn.
what I did, yeah, I ain't heard none of that shit. I been keeping my ears. I think it's like a distraction. But besides what I think, because it's not the general thing, but for the general, uh, I think Nick Cannon took a loss because from what I'm seeing, I ain't heard nothing, but from what I'm seeing, Eminem didn't have to respond for Nick Cannon to take a L because they were hashtagging RIP Nick Cannon and spelling his name wrong. So how you take
Yeah.
a L within a L and
Hmm.
you and Eminem didn't even have to say nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? The internet did the work for him. But
Yeah.
then if you Nick Cannon,
Right.
if you Nick Cannon, you thinking like, how could Eminem ruin my career if I never had one?
Damn. Taking shots at the boy.
No, I'm just saying. Like he'll be one to tell you he ain't got no music career. Nick Cannon ain't got no music career.
Thank you. Thank you. You were so right about that. That is like a distraction,
Yeah,
hardcore.
he gonna tell you that he ain't got no career. He
All
make jokes
right.
about it.
That is so funny. That just defeats everything that I was gonna go into it about it. I was just gonna say, like, when you said he ain't had no music career, you was right because he's not a real MC. He's not even a rapper. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? So, like,
right.
how is you going at head to head with one of the damn near greatest in the past? I don't know how many years, MCs, and then you hired three other people to get on the diss track with you. He pulled a Nicki Minaj when she was battling Remy Ma. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, you right. He should have just took that L straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of MCs, well, real MCs, what's your new album titled "By Wounds"? Like, what does that actually mean? Because it's like real unique to me, and I just kind of want to know.
Well, "By wounds" is a slogan that soldiers use, but I just flipped it. They say war wounds, I say "by wounds," and it just mean the same thing. They might be able to live and tell they stories about being in war and stuff like that to their kids or to whoever, and I'll be able to do the same thing when it comes to my music endeavors. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to have stories to tell how I got blackballed and how I overcame and persevered through different obstacles and shit. So I feel like I got the bar wounds and I got the stories to prove it and the wounds to prove it too.
Yeah, you definitely do because like I said earlier or whatever, I knew about the diss to Mick Jenkins, like the Dick Jerkins. The name was just hilarious to me, and then you roasted him hardcore, you know. But what I didn't know is that you had legitimate beef with Lupe Fiasco. That's what I didn't know. So
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude is all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Can you tell me a little bit about that Lupe Fiasco beef?
Well, yeah, no, it was friendly. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Back around that time, Lupe had he had a thing for like battling rappers on Twitter or whatever, like SoundCloud rappers. And at that point, I felt like I was better than those guys, so I
Right.
challenged him to battle him. You know what I'm saying? And one thing led to another, and he bit the bait, and we started going at it. You know what I'm saying? And then afterwards, he followed me, so shouts to Lupe. You know what I'm saying? So that was
Oh man.
but it went on for hours, and people talked about it. It trended, and you know what I'm saying? But I be thinking to myself like, dang, how I possess this much power? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Definitely got the
You
juice.
Why would
There
these
is.
rappers that's verified want to come for the guy? You know what I'm saying? Make me feel like I'm a real villain out here.
Refer to yourself a lot as a villain. And I know, well, I ain't gonna say I know, but I heard like you grew up in the group home or whatever. Like, I mean, I don't think a lot of
Mhm.
people know that aspect of your life. Can you like kind of, you
Yeah, a
know,
lot of people do. I do. I talk about it a lot in the music. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely had my run-ins with not living with my family and stuff like that. Drugs was a initial play, and I had to fight my way through the DCFS system, but I survived. You know what I'm saying? So that's another ball wound. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely talk about it on the album. Crazy. I talk about it all the time. I'm people's tired of me talking about it. On the
tired
real.
of it?
Yeah, man. Think you got it, man. They ain't not tired of it. I'm just playing, but I feel like that part of me always to be the humbleness of me. That's that brought out me turning the negative into a positive all the time because I could have went down the dead or in jail route for being in that circumstance, and and especially with like this world using depression and toxicity and all these words to get away from stuff now and market themselves and use these medical terms and stuff like that, man. I could have failed in the cracks with that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be trying to use that, man. I got my own 2 feet and make it happen.
That's what's up, Vic. That's what's up. You definitely is a down to earth, humble brother. Like I'm like dead ass serious when I say that to you. I remember the first time I saw you. I didn't know who you was at first, but like we was at my boyfriend's cousin's house, Frederick. That's your friend, and
That's my boy.
I know, yeah, that's your boy. I know you was like sitting on the couch or whatever. We was sitting on the other couch, and I was just like staring at you because I'm like, who is this? Like I was like a lot of people in the room that I did not know, granted, but it was you I gravitated to for some reason. Like you had the one of like some of the freshest gear on. Like I'm not good with my fashion, senses or whatever. I'm serious, but I know when I see something fresh, and I'm like, who is this dude? Like he got his head down, and his phone. He just chilling. He by himself. You know what I'm saying? Um, the shit was just crazy or whatever. Then when we left, my boyfriend JD, he was like, "Hey, man, you know who that was, right?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" It's like that's Vic Spencer. I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And he let me hear, and I was like, "Whoa." I was just like, damn, like for real, as I knew it was something special about you. Just you ain't say nothing. I mean, not to us or whatever. You were just sitting there chilling, and I'm like, man, this shit bananas. And here we are today.
That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Glad to be here. See, you know what I'm saying? Come from all the way from down that situation all the way to where we at right now. You know what I'm saying? Still
Yeah,
out
for real.
here.
Still out here, still out here. So, I didn't forgot half the questions I was supposed to ask you because I'm just, what I'm saying, I'm just chilling, me and myself talking to you. But
True,
I
true.
I want to know, like, what's your next endeavor? I mean, you ain't got to give it to me all, but like, what you working on? Like, when your next album coming out? Tell me.
I got a few projects I'm working on that don't have release dates, but and some might come out before an album that I do have a release date for. uh, which is called No Sean Skimps, comes out on 4/20/20. It's my smoke album, but it's not really a smoke album like that, you know what I'm saying? No Sean Skimps, people that roll skinny blunts. We don't do that around here, so we call them Sean Skimps, you know what I'm saying? Skimp blunts, you feel me?
I
So
like that.
I got an album based on, judging people on how they roll bud and, using bud the wrong way. And then the fact that it's going to be legal in Chicago is a big thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to add to what's cracking for the city. You feel me?
That's what's up. I like that concept for the album, especially since you got the nice little release date on 420 exactly. That's dope as hell. And it's
Yeah,
gonna be 2022, so that's even better.
yeah, yeah.
Now, let me ask you this since we talking about smoking and stuff like that. You ever tried moon rock?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's your take on it?
I think it's just like add an extra spice to your trees. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like the trees that I smoke be already fire. You know what I'm saying? So if we adding the moon rock to it, then that's just like making it impactful. But I would use it on some bud that's not like strong like that or a sativa. Like
Mm.
sativas, I don't do sativas. So, but if I ever ran across one, I would definitely mix it with some moon rock. You definitely can't smoke the moon rock by itself. You have you
Hell
be
no.
tweaking,
Your ass to
but you
die,
have
go
to,
to space.
yeah. so you
For real.
so you gotta mix it up with a little sun. But I wouldn't do it with the shit I be smoking. I be smoking that fire.
I believe you because I be seeing you on IG light up all the time, and I be like, damn, man. I'm serious. Like that shit look fun as hell and in the car with you and everything, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Have a little
Yeah.
conversation here. And there, that shit.
Bumping the tunes, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do in my downtime when I ain't doing no work, I ain't doing no music and nothing. I light up and listen to some music that I'm rocking with or thinking about, and I just play it while I'm getting high.
So, do you ever write when you high?
Yeah, absolutely. Hell yeah,
Oh, I'm
hell
just
yeah.
asking.
I think I
You
smoke the
know,
most when I'm writing.
what?
Yeah, I smoke the most. I run through the most bud when I'm writing. Like
Damn,
like right now, I have a studio session tomorrow,
cool.
and I had to do like maybe like 5 songs. So I wrote like all 5 of the songs, but they all not done. So I
Mm,
let the song go off and go to the next song, and then I just flip to that where I got the notes for that and jot down, and that's how I've been executing it. But I'm almost to the finish line with some of them. Some of them just got a few lines, but I'm gonna make sure I get it all right for tomorrow, and it's gonna be epic. You know what I'm saying? I'm always in the booth cutting 3 to 4 records a week. So it's like, this is the easy task for me. But I like to have stuff done and write and get high and write and indulge in my thoughts or whatever I'm thinking about. I'll be thinking about something and then I get blazed up to enhance them thoughts and put some real
creativity.
fattening around and you know what I'm saying and make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Paint a picture. You know what I'm saying? I pull out the canvas and go crazy.
Yeah, that's about right. And that does sound fun, a smoke session with you.
Definitely be getting done.
So it's like a lot that I've like noticed about you or whatever. And one of the things I noticed about you is when somebody asks you where you from, you always say, "Man, I'm from the South and the East Side."
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, I grew up all over Chicago. I'm a Chicagoan. You know what I'm saying? I went to high school up north. I went to I lived. I born on the west side. You know what I'm saying? And lived a few years in Inglewood and lived most of my grown years over east. So I say over east. You know what I'm saying? Because I spent the most time over east. You know
Okay,
what
well,
I'm saying?
that's what's up. Cause like I was gonna ask you, like, what do you like call yourself? Like, not call yourself, but like your style. Cause to me, you really, what I'm saying. I can't fit you in a category of the rappers and the MCs that I listen to. You like definitely are different. I think you have your own individual unique style. When you spitting, you like it's like you talking because I'm talking to you right now and I've listened to your album Bow Wounds and it's just like I'm not saying it's the same exact thing, but you just spit facts or whatever. You keep it
Yeah,
100.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I like to do. I like to. I feel like if you in a position to gather an audience and they're listening to you, I think you should be able to teach them more than one thing, especially in music and listening to like one song. It shouldn't just be about one thing. Like that's my opinion on it. But overall, I be wanting to feel like life is a pot of gumbo full of surprises and still that in my music. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I should expand on different things that I might discuss and paint a picture for that. And and that's just like when you're having a conversation with somebody. You know what I'm saying? I do the same thing. So it
Yeah, you
is
do.
like it is like I'm talking to you. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be like that. I'm not the guy that be at when I do my shows. I'm energetic when I'm on stage, but I'm more so the guy that don't mind people looking up and listening. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of people don't listen. You know what I'm saying? People don't got time to listen. They doing talking. Everybody want to be the chief and not the Indian and stuff like that. So when you in a position to get people to listen, then you feel like you got audience attention, and you should be able to capitalize on that and teach them something and let them know that you're solidified in whatever you're doing and whatever you're trying to convey to them. So I just go in full fledged with that. I had just seen a post somebody made that said that I had one of the best performances that they seen in a while. My energy is crazy on stage. You know what I'm saying? And all I be doing trying to make sure that I speak clear. That's the only thing that I worry about when I'm on stage. Everything else is just happening. You know what I'm saying? So for me, if I'm sweating and shit, I don't even realize I'm sweating until I get off stage. Like, dang, I did one song. I'm sweating. Why? You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like at that time I'm conveying the message. I'm showing that that this is work. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's a good thing, to be able to be in a position to create music and be able to teach different things, not just one thing.
Yeah. I totally agree with you. It's like just based off earlier, like when I was giving the interview with you, it was not as authentic as it is right now because like I said, as much as I listened to you when you gave your answers, you were just really trying to tell me like be yourself because I'm myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm being me. You can
Hmm.
be you too. I appreciate
Hmm.
that about an artist like yourself. I really do. And I just want to say thank you and everything.
Appreciate you. No, appreciate you. No, and whenever you get free time, man, want to let you check out the album, man. The No
Yes.
Shine Skimp album. So you know what I'm saying. You let me know. You know what I'm saying when you want to check it out. Got you.
Okay. Okay. We can have a smoke session too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got smoke while we listening to it.
That's gonna be freaking awesome. I can't wait. I'm for
Yeah,
real.
it's going down.
All right, Vic Spencer. Thank you again for coming on to my show and having like probably the most authentic interview I've had. You the first MC I've had on the show from Chicago, Illinois. So let's give it up for that. And yeah, let the crowd go crazy, right? Yeah. So I'm gonna end this music session out right now, but I just want to play a little bit of your album too. Just a little bit on the ending note.
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead, be my guest.
Y'all, this is Vic Spencer album By Wounds. This is the first track on the album called Dr. Sebi. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace,
Yeah,
Dr. Sebi. Let's get it.
yeah. Shit's so fucking crazy, man. I ain't fucking around, man. Get the fuck out of here. Push pop 7 fucking with me. Hey, yo, I got you, nigga. Shit is getting very. Got to be more cautious towards this. Find out that niggas be just too quick and too niggas nostrils. Caps and weed stash. 40 packs of expensive swag. Pops it up in the bag. A whole bunch of niggas against me. But I can still make a host lady and gentleman. Score with the roses. Talk smoothly. Not even qualified to talk to. Niggas hard like bricks and soft like pussy meat. You're not in a position to look at me. 40 feet tall over y'all that can pick. Beanstalks when you grabbing my balls. Every juice bar sagging and all. I'm so defiant. I haven't gave up on rap since I tried it. Compare my raps to a big skill. Let's get this shit clear. I'm the coach. It's been here. How many times I stood for mines? These days I done tested the end of time. I was a motherfucking drug college with the knowledge till it started working for me. Rap now I'm ready to speak, but every time I speak, you niggas at the edges. Backtrack what I just said. That's so long to step in the room for me to get here. Call me Big
All
Baby. Big Baby in the post. Try to pay me for strokes. I make goblins listen to the biggest fucking villain alive. Couldn't kill me if I tried. My mama just acted the way I couldn't give it to her, so I cried. The book is
right.
rapper that movie.
Yeah, your ass kept going and going and going and going in that song. I'm
Ooh.
like,
Got a lot of bars for the world. That's a lot of people know me for them bars. Go, you know what I'm saying? Too many bars, non-stop. It's my slogan.
yeah, I think you about to be a legend up in this thing. I don't know how long it take to become a legend, but
Uh-huh.
I think you're gonna advance your career further than you even freaking told me about what's going on in 2020. I can feel it. Like I said when I first saw you, you know what I'm saying? I knew you were special. So yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you, for recognizing, lending your ear to the work. You know what I'm saying? That means a lot.
Yeah, for sure. All right, y'all. We're finna wrap up this segment here. Fun questions with Vic Spencer. Y'all can check him out on social media on Instagram, Facebook.
Vic Spencer, everything Vic Spencer. You know what I'm saying? Google Vic
Everything.
Spencer, Apple Music Vic Spencer, everything Vic Spencer, IG, SoundCloud, Bandcamp Vic Spencer, everything.
For sure. Y'all can catch this episode on Anchor FM. That's a podcast app. And then also you can catch it on Spotify, iTunes, etc. And y'all can catch me on Instagram on Queen Star. It's QWEN_STARR. All right, y'all. Thanks again for coming in, and we'll see y'all later. Peace out.
Peace. Yo, yo, finally.
Ooh, finally. What's up? What's up? What's up, man?
What it do? What it do? What it do?
All right, man. I'm just gonna get straight up into it. I gotta, what I'm saying, pay tribute to you because you are phenomenal. But I ain't even introduced you yet. So, what I'm saying? Welcome back to another Speak Your Mind radio podcast, where it's all about the artists and the talents around the way. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Miss Hip Hop, aka Queen Star. And tonight, we got one of the illest rappers from Chicago, Illinois in the building. So without further ado, y'all, let me introduce you to Vic Spencer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. We just gonna do some fun questions with Vic tonight. You know what I'm saying? Things didn't go as planned earlier, but we still gonna do the damn thing. Ain't that right, Vic?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so let's jump into some fun questions right now. Who are your top five MCs within the past 10 years?
Uh, Redman, Sean Price, Doom, Styles P, and Rock Marciano.
All right, you actually worked with Sean Price before he passed, right?
Yes, I did. Had a nice, good amount of time before he passed with him, man. Was able to meet up with him, record with him, talk shit with him. He was like a real life comedian. You know what I'm
For
saying?
real?
He wasn't even no rapper. He was in like he'll tell you a joke quick as hell. He'll tell you something that was funny on the regular. Like time I hung around him, like I spent the weekend with him one time, and man, like the whole time I used to just crack jokes and told stories that happened to be funny as hell.
Sound like my kind of people.
Yeah, yeah, you feel like you at home when you were around him, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. So, like, who's your fashion icon? Like, who's your go-to fashion icon, I should say?
Right now, I say Virgil and the luxury black brand. You know what I'm saying? Definitely been rocking with the off white wave. You know what I'm saying since it came out, and he from Rockford, Illinois, so home base, black owned businesses. You know what I'm saying, and it's elegant. It
Yeah,
luxurious. You know what I'm saying. So
it sounds like they
that's
real elite.
yeah. Should be selling out quick as hell. Mike had he had like some pieces in IKEA and people lined up for hours and the stuff sold out in hours. Like that was crazy. Like IKEA ain't witnessed no line at they store like that. Like people, of course, IKEA be crowded as hell every time, but like a line before it open.
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
That's good
a
though.
black guy
That's
did
business.
that. A black guy from Rockford, Illinois did that. So, you know, gotta pay that homage, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Virgil for sure. Look, I gotta ask you a question. Like, this is just like some conversation right here. What you think
Uh,
about the Eminem and Nick Cannon beef? Please tell me so I can tell you what I thought.
man. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I ain't heard none of that shit. But
Damn.
what I did, yeah, I ain't heard none of that shit. I been keeping my ears. I think it's like a distraction. But besides what I think, because it's not the general thing, but for the general, uh, I think Nick Cannon took a loss because from what I'm seeing, I ain't heard nothing, but from what I'm seeing, Eminem didn't have to respond for Nick Cannon to take a L because they were hashtagging RIP Nick Cannon and spelling his name wrong. So how you take
Yeah.
a L within a L, and
Mm.
you and Eminem didn't even have to say nothing. Like you know what I'm saying, the internet did the work for him. But
Yeah.
then if you Nick Cannon,
Right.
if you Nick Cannon, you thinking like, how could Eminem ruin my career if I never had one?
Damn. Taking shots at the boy.
No, I'm just saying. Like he'll be one to tell you he ain't got no music career. Nick Cannon ain't got no music career.
Thank you. Thank you. You are so right about that. That is like a distraction,
Yeah,
hardcore.
he gonna tell you that he ain't got no career. He make jokes
Right.
about it.
That is so funny. That just defeats everything that I was gonna go into it about it. I was just gonna say, like, when you said he ain't had no music career, you was right because he not a real MC. He not even a rapper. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? So, like,
right.
how is you going at head to head with one of the damn near greatest in the past? I don't know how many years, MCs, and then you hired three other people to get on the diss track with you. He pulled a Nicki Minaj when she was battling Remy Ma. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, you right. He should have just took that L straight up.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of MCs, well, real MCs, what's your new album titled "By Wounds"? Like, what does that actually mean? Because it's like real unique to me, and I just kind of want to know.
Well, Bow Wounds is a slogan that soldiers use, but I just flipped it. They say war wounds, I say bow wounds, and it just mean the same thing. They might be able to live and tell they stories about being in war and stuff like that to their kids or to whoever, and I'll be able to do the same thing when it comes to my music endeavors. You know what I'm saying? I'll be able to have stories to tell how I got blackballed and how I overcame and persevered through different obstacles and shit. So I feel I feel like I got the bar wounds and I got the stories to prove it and the wounds to prove it too.
Yeah, you definitely do because like I said earlier or whatever, I knew about the diss to Mick Jenkins, like the Dick Jerkins. The name was just hilarious to me, and then you wrote